So do you still remember the Bangun Pagi, Gosok Gigi song?
Hi everyone, and welcome to Ask Me Doctor Season 3, a health video series for you and your family. I'm Mahira Khan from motherhood.com.my. Thank you for joining us today as we tackle the topic of teaching our kids personal hygiene. Teaching our kids about personal hygiene and getting them into a daily routine not only helps keep germs, bacteria, and viruses at bay, it also teaches our kids to appreciate their bodies and feel good about themselves. Starting them on good personal hygiene habits from young will carry over into their older years and be a good foundation for all other areas of hygiene in their life. On the show with us today is Dr. JoAnn Rajah, a paediatrician from Firststep Child Specialist Clinic, who is a mother of 3 active kids to answer questions on hygiene and hygiene habits. Let's get comfortable with Dr. JoAnn Rajah as we discuss the uncomfortable topic of cleaning in those hard-to-reach places. Hi, Dr. JoAnn, how are you today?
Hi, nice to meet you once again.
Yeah, thanks so much for being back on the show.
You're
We're always
welcome.
happy to have you.
Thank you.
So in today's bacteria and virus-ridden world, it's normal for parents to be concerned over proper hygiene, and we'd like to discuss the importance of hygiene and habits to teach our kids. Shall we get started?
Yes, let's start.
Okay, so I'll start with my first question.
Sure.
Alright, so doctor, my first question for you is, can you share with us what are the different areas of hygiene children need to be aware of?
So for a simple guide, there are 7 areas of hygiene in which parents need to teach their children about. So we have food hygiene, which includes simple ways to prepare their food and how to store it. Body hygiene, which can be further defined to different body parts. For example, the oral cavity, which includes your teeth and mouth, hair, hands, nails, and also body hygiene. Now, toilet hygiene is equally important, in which we need to teach our children how to use the toilet properly, washing their hands after using the toilet, and how to keep the toilet clean. Next, we have nail hygiene, and it is so important to keep children's nails as short as possible to prevent build-up of dirt and germs. And some children may have the habit of biting their nails, and this should be something that we should discourage. Now, next, go to dental hygiene. So once a child develops teeth, they should brush their teeth at least twice a day, and this is a must to prevent dental caries and gum diseases. So in the midst of pandemic, coughing and sneezing hygiene, I cannot stress how important it is for children to learn about this, especially with the current ongoing pandemic. And children should also be taught to cover their mouths and nose whenever they cough or sneeze using a tissue paper. This should be then followed by throwing the tissue away and washing their hands. Now, last but not least, sleep hygiene. Right? So sleep hygiene is often forgotten, but I cannot stress how important sleep is to keep children physically and mentally strong.
Wow, so these are new areas of hygiene for me too, which I've not heard of. So which ones should parents start with?
So good question. So when you first begin, you can of course start by teaching your children how to care for their body hygiene, as it is the most personal one and it involves themselves. The other areas of hygiene impacts others. So once your child is more able to, you can gradually progress to introduce other areas of hygiene. Right? And you can also introduce new areas of hygiene when your child has significantly mastered what you have already taught them. So it's a gradual process.
Great, okay, that's good to know. So what are the basics of good body hygiene?
So for children, the basics of good body hygiene would include washing hands, having regular baths or showers, brushing and flossing teeth, as well as keeping their hands clean and nails short.
What if my child is sweaty and has some body odor? What can I do?
So sweating is a normal mechanism of the body to get rid of excess heat. We usually sweat when we are in a warm place or if we have heated our body a lot, for example by exercising. So children are naturally active, and that's the reason why they tend to be sweaty. However, if your child sweats excessively, you should consult a doctor to rule out any underlying medical condition. Body odor is the unpleasant smell that comes from a combination of perspiration and the usual bacteria that lives on our skin. And as kids grow up and with the start of puberty, they will definitely have a lot of active sweat glands that can produce colorless, odorless perspiration that can get stinky when it interacts with bacteria on the skin.
Alright, so this is normally, so when kids reach puberty at the age of like teenagers, it's normal for them to sweat then, right?
Yes, definitely, because the body odor also is determined by the hormones that is, actually working in the child's body as well. For children, you can definitely combat the body odor with regular bathing and thorough scrubbing under the arms. There's also, a need to look for the right bathing products to use as well.
Right. So, doctor, can you maybe explain to us the importance of personal hygiene to our children?
So you can begin by helping your children to understand that keeping their bodies clean is important to prevent infection by germs, which can cause one to fall sick. So one of the ways to introduce a child to personal hygiene is through pictures or using stories. You can also create songs or rhymes that are easy for them to remember the steps. So do you still remember the bangun pagi, gosok gigi song? Yes, so you can help your child to practice these steps until they can confidently do it by themselves.
Right, so I think also making bath time fun for them will also encourage them to enjoy more baths, isn't it?
Exactly.
Like with my baby, she loves her bath so much. So what I do is I always put like toys in there for her. So whenever she's only turning 9 months old, but whenever I use the word bath, she gets excited. So her eyes just light up because she knows it's bath time and she enjoys it.
Yeah, so in other words, she knows that it's fun time.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so thank you, Dr. JoAnn, for giving us practical ideas and steps for parents to follow. So before we end, do you have any advice that you want to share with fellow parents out there?
Sure. So teaching your child about personal hygiene is like learning a new habit.
Right.
So try to introduce one new habit at a time, and once your child gets used to them, then introduce another. Once it's ingrained with them, it will definitely come naturally.
Okay, that's an awesome piece of advice. Thank you so much, Dr. JoAnn Raja, and thank you all for watching. Dear viewers, thank you for staying with us. We have a special giveaway for you today. You can stand a chance to win an Ask Me Doctor Wellness gift box and Follow Me's antibacterial kids product worth RM100 ringgit with these simple steps. So step 1, all you have to do is share this video. Step 2, tell us what you've learned from today's episode. And step 3, tag 3 friends in the comment section below. Do ensure that your account is set to public mode. And a special thanks to our sponsor, Follow Me Antibacterial Kids, for sponsoring today's episode of Ask Me Doctor. Follow Me Antibacterial Kids provides 99.99% protection from bacteria for your children without harming their delicate skin. It's dermatologically tested to be mild and gentle, does not contain triclosan and paraben, and is free from soap, tears, and colorants. Well, we hope that you enjoyed today's episode, and we hope that it has been informative and helpful in your journey as parents. Stay tuned for more upcoming videos on Ask Me Doctor to discuss important topics for you and your family's health. Thank you so much for watching, and see you again soon. Till next time, I'm Mahira Khan.
And I'm Dr. JoAnn.
And this is motherhood.com.my. Bye!
Bye!